it's me. I have no idea how any of this works. And at least from what I can see, it doesn't show my camera, so it's fine. Right? This is great. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't even know if anyone's listening. I did not set up for this at all. At all. I don't even know if freaking OBS works. I just entered a stream key, and then something happened, and now I'm here, and it says I'm live. I've been live for a minute. What do I do? I mean, one person's here. That's something. Okay. Oh boy. It says excellent connection. I have no idea how this works. I feel like I'm some old boomer man who doesn't know how to use anything. But frankly, I just haven't used OBS for actually. No, I have. But it was like random off the wall Roblox from like years ago, which that you won't be able to find that. I'm kind of hoping that no one I know finds this, which clearly won't happen. Actually, I'm assuming the one viewer here can hear me. I'm just going to assume that. Unless you want to say it in the chat. If not, that's fine. But yeah, I didn't really have much planned for this. I just kind of decided, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to stream. That'd be a great idea. What would I do during the stream? I don't know. I don't know what I do during the stream. Am I loud enough? Am I quiet? I don't know. What if I don't know what I do during the stream. Okay. I probably sound like an idiot to the two people who came on to the stream, but I gotta test stuff out so that I know it works. I probably sound like an idiot. This is what people do. The stream's current bitrate is higher than the recommended bitrate. Oh, how fun. You know, I really wasn't expecting anyone to join this stream at all. Because I'm just staring at OBS on one screen and then all the live streaming YouTube stuff on another screen. And frankly, I don't have. What do you do after you actually hit live? What do you do? Do I talk? Do I say hello to the one person here? Hello, one person. I hope your day was great. My day was alright. There wasn't exactly much that I did today. I think the most that I did was like spend time with my mom, because that's what the son does, I guess. Granted, it's a Sunday, and even though Sundays are technically like rest days of rest or whatever, just she had to do work. She had to go to work, so I just kind of chilled in bed, chilled in my room, which is usually what I do since I don't really have much of a life. My life is kind of just the occasional game that I play. I say occasional, but I play games like every day. I only play 2 games. I play Minecraft and I play Mario. I used to play Genshin. I say used to because I haven't been on it for like a few weeks. That's just because I've been burnt out though. I've been burnt out for a while. I mean, if you know anything about Genshin, it's just a huge shit show with all the FOMO and whatnot. Just I'm kind of wondering if I should like make up some sort of background or something, but I didn't plan at all other than I'm going to stream during this time and I'm going to try and test stuff out. And all I've been doing for the past 6 minutes is wondering how the hell I actually host the stream. And now I'm kind of just here looking at 2 basically blank screens. You know what I just thought of? You know what I just thought of? I just thought of music. I thought of adding music. Here. I'm going to hope. Oh, I don't have a title. Wait. I'm so unprepared. Okay. Because I just checked on my other YouTube account and it just says Sherb Audio's live stream. That's all it says. And that kind of just shows how unprepared I am for this. And all I wanted to do was find some music here. We're gonna go grab some lo-fi because that's kind of what people like, right? Very fun. This is kind of the only... Okay, it was either I live stream, I play like a game for 10 minutes and then fall asleep, or I lay in bed for the next 4 hours on my phone until like 2 a.m. and then I fall asleep. And then I wake up and realize that I probably should have gotten more sleep because my brain just loves waking me up at like 7 a.m. every day. I don't like that. I don't like that it does that. Honestly, that's been a thing that has... Actually, wait. Let me just quickly... Okay. The music's there, so that means that I'm doing something right. Right? That means that this is kind of going well for a stream. I don't... Okay, what should I do? Should I just talk? I could just speak. I could. That's kind of what I've been doing. I don't know why I'm debating on what I should do. I've actually been I was thinking of drawing. I was thinking of just opening up my art software after like months of collecting dust. I don't think I've opened it in like a year. It's just been collecting dust inside my computer, whatever the cyber equivalent is to collecting dust. I guess just being there. I don't know. I don't know much about the intricacies of computers and what the hell you call an application you haven't accessed in years. But I could draw. I'd have to grab my drawing tablet. My pen, the pen for it has kind of just been sitting on my desk for who knows how long, and I haven't used it. But I lost the drawing glove, and I'm kind of sad that I lost the drawing glove. I lost it a long time ago. I think I lost it... God, when was the last time I actually decided to draw something? Actually, no. I think I lost it around September, October. And I could not find it. I had 2. Oh no, I had one that came with... the drawing tablet. And then And then I lost that one while I was like moving houses. And so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy a second one. And while moving houses, and I like go move all this stuff from my room, I look at my chair, and back then it was a rolling chair. I have a workable chair, but I have a rolling chair, or I had a rolling chair before I moved out. And I look in the wheels, and there's just the glove. There's just a drawing glove stuck inside the wheel, and it's all covered in dust and shit. And I'm just I kind of expected it to be in a place where it kind of just be in the same general area as me. And if I looked hard enough, I probably would have found it, but I just didn't. Okay. I should probably do... Okay, let's try and test some stuff out. Here, let me... This isn't even the... Yeah, you know what? Here, let's grab... Sources... Add source. Window capture. Google. Okay. Did that work? I don't know if that worked. Oh, it worked. It actually worked. This isn't even the account that I use. But here, you get to see the recommended page for the YouTube thing for the YouTube account that I don't use. Because you can tell I only have like 4 people that I'm subbed to. I'm not going to show my actual account that I use on a daily basis. I should probably use this account for audios though. I think if I were to go into the search bar of my main account, then I would just see a bunch of search terms for audios, and it's just a long list of things that I will take to my grave. Or maybe not. It depends. It would take a lot. It would take a lot for me to even consider showing it to anyone. I mean, okay, people know that I listen to them, but like, they don't know what exactly, and neither do any of you. I mean, okay, I listen to generally audios that feature a female speaker exclusively. I mean, I'm not straight, but I'm also more comfortable with female voices. If that's anything. There you go. You learned something about me. Anyone that decides to watch the VOD will be pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised. Who knows? Also, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to... How do I... It doesn't fit... Because this is the normal size. We could do that. There'd be these black bars, which I'm sure is fine. But look, there's my stream, and the random thumbnail is just a picture that I took of the world outside my window. That I have a lot of pictures of the world outside my window. I say that as if it's something mystical and like fantasy shit, but it's not. I just so happen to have a window right beside my setup. That's kind of it. Also, if you just see any weird shit in this recommended, just know that I probably don't watch any of that. Of course I watch anime. I see pianos are never animated correctly because they're just good fun. Truthfully, there's not really much here that I actually watch on a daily basis. But here, okay. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's see. I have, in one of my sources, I just have FNF Trick Me. I used to play rhythm games. Granted, the only rhythm game that I played was like Osumania, or just Mania type games, but mainly Osumania. And I was pretty good at that. And then I stopped because my hands started to hurt, and you know, I'm pretty young. I don't want to get arthritis. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, but when the whole Friday Night Funkin' thing started, God, okay, it has a lot of charm to it. The game has a shit ton of charm. I love the game for its Newground style stuff, and all of the mods that came out of it were really fun and really unique and cool, but also like, I don't know, it just kind of been pushed towards kids now, which doesn't really fit the Newgrounds theme, but it's fine. I'm not a part of that anymore. That was a long time ago. Like, I don't even know how long ago. I don't know. What else? I don't know. There's a lot that I could ramble about. I'm just kind of trying to think about what I should ramble about. And I'm just kind of... I should probably be... Here, I have an idea. Horizontally spinning rat. Here. Here, you guys get to look at that. The horizontally spinning rat, because I don't... I need to keep you entertained. I gotta keep you entertained somehow, and if a horizontally spinning rat is the way, then so be it. So be it. So, anyways... I'm kind of looking at chat for like the one person to just say something random and then leave, because I think my goal with the stream at some point in the future for someone to say anything in chat. Very low expectations, because I didn't expect anyone to really say much or be here for very long, since it's like, what am I going to do for however long I'm going to be streaming this for? What am I going to do? How am I going to keep the one or two people that stay here entertained? And I figured, in the midst of it all, horizontally spinning rat. That's my answer. Because frankly, I can't think of anything else. And my plan, okay, I was kind of thinking of doing like a Super Mario 64 thing where I just play the original game and I just speak and shit, but I felt like I would just get too focused on that. And if I'm doing a test stream, I should probably test out like games that would kill my computer, or that could kill my computer if I was streaming. Because I know me trying to record like clips of me playing Mario, it would sometimes lag. So I decided to not. I decided just now, I'm not going to play that game, at least tonight. I might test it out like next time I stream. I don't know when that's going to be. I know I'm going to try and stream more and do whatever. And hell, if I have that one person just say something in chat, then that it's like opening the community tab. I got the community tab. I kind of read online that you had to get 500 subs to be eligible for community tab, and then I look at other people's channels and they just have a community tab at like 80 subs. Actually, wait, if I look at something. If I look at my own channel and I probably shouldn't, because my computer can't handle it. It is struggling to even resize. It is struggling to resize this. Okay, but if I decide to check my own main channel, do I have a community tab? Because I've seen people with... Oh, I just realized you're not gonna here. Can you see that? Can you see the horizontally spinning rat? Would you like to see the horizontally spinning rat, chat? Person one, viewer only viewer person, yeah? You want to see the spinning rat? Here's the spinning rat. There you go. I made your entire night with this one joke that kind of sprung out of nowhere. But here's a horizontally spinning rat. Alright, so what should I talk about? I don't know. How do you be entertaining? Actually, there is something I did want to talk about. For like 1.5 years, ever since I discovered the concept of VTubers, I wanted to, I guess, have my own VTuber model and do all that shit. Not like, I guess, just independently, or just in any sense, just have some sort of model or some sort of character that I can just plaster onto whatever I make and just be like, hello, it's me, Sherb, and I'm going to be streaming with my very authentic real avatar. And that would be buffering. Oh, that's not good. It says viewers will experience buffer. My channel has a community tab. That's not right. That's not how this works. Also, if you're experiencing buffering, this is a test stream. There's gonna be a bunch of weird shenanigans that go on, and it's not going to pan out the way I want it to sometimes, but like, in a way, this kind of makes up for me not having anything to do at night other than read, because I have assignments that I should probably be doing, and by that I mean reading. I have 2 books that I'm supposed to catch up on. One of them is From the Ashes, and then I have another book which I don't remember the name of, but it's somewhere in my bag, but I'm too lazy to grab it. But yeah, they're both like over 300 pages long, both of them, and I'm supposed to complete them both by the end of the month. And that's a tall task, because I have to take notes on one of them continuously, and for the other one, I don't know what I do for the other one. Something's gonna happen in the next few days that's just gonna, I don't know, it's going to correlate with me reading book, because that's kind of what the education system wants you to do, work, and I'm lazy and depressed, so that's a little difficult. Okay, here. What's this? Oh, it just shows stream health. Oh. Stream setting. Okay, let's see. Unless live replay when stream ends. I could do that, but I don't know. I'll keep it here as a monument for like the future, so I can look back on this and be like, oh, this is so awkward, it's so cringe, I hate it, I want to delete it, but I also said I didn't want to delete it so I could look back on it and feel the same way I feel in the current moment. Actually, you know, audios. I make those. I make audios. And honestly, I did not. I'm closing in on 600 subscribers. And I know a majority of that is from the panic attack video that I made like a while back. I think in February. I'd have to check on my phone because I don't want to fuck up anything. But just, I know that in February, I randomly came back. I had like 4 audios up and they were really low quality, and I had my air conditioner on at the time because it was really hot and I didn't want to feel really hot, even though it really wasn't that bad. But then I kind of just made a 6-minute video on like, hey, panic attack, calm down, it's okay, mwah, you'll be fine, head pat, pat, hug, you know, the usual. And then it got 25,000 views. And of course that was just like a one-off thing. That's kind of what happens, at least from what I've seen. If you come back after an extended period of time and you upload something that kind of fits in with whatever sort of genre or niche you're trying to cater to, you just kind of have this video that skyrockets in views and like just people who see it. But then after that, it just tapers off. So it went from like 25,000 views, and then I made which one? I made Boyfriend Finds You Sleep in Your Chair, 11,000 views, and it goes to 1.3k views, and then it goes down to 435. Then it tapers at around 100 to 200. It's like, you know what? That's fair. I look at Radish ASMR because I do kind of follow up on that, the whole like ASMR ARG shit, which is kind of cool, but I'm too much of a pussy to actually look into it thoroughly. I just go into the Discord and I see what people say and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I'm gonna look into this too, even though they already answered for me. I'm gonna be like, oh, maybe it's this, this, and this, and then I'll realize it's not because they already answered it. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm forgetting what I'm talking about, but just like, okay, I look at Radish ASMR. They kind of had that thing as well where their first video had like 40,000 views, and then it kind of tapered off and it kind of lowered and lowered until it reached, let me check actually, I don't know why I'm comparing myself to them, but I guess it's just the correlation that I see between you know, I'll sub to them. I don't know why I didn't sub to them, but just it goes from 22,000 and then it goes down, it goes down, it goes down, and then it tapers off at around a few thousand views, which makes sense. Their audio, they're really good at audios. I think there's like a group of people doing it, like it's not the same person making these audios, but the one video that I saw for like 8 minutes right before the big scare was really good, but then the music came in and it's like this really high piercing like violin or some sort of string, violin, viola, whatever. It just this loud, very disruptive backing track to the whole thing. and it just didn't sit well with me, so I kind of just exited off the video, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go find another video to cry to. And then I don't remember exactly how I saw it, but I think I looked at the comments right after. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna listen to this. I just paused the video and I scrolled down and I see people talking about this big scare that happened, and that they were like really, really caught off guard by it, and this, the worst they've been scared in a very long time. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I didn't want to check it out because when I saw those comments, I was so paranoid and I couldn't like listen to another audio that night. So I just decided to go into like some like live stream ASMR where they just do like your generic tapping, whispering, and like stuff like that. And so yeah, the day after I kind of woke up, I went on to the web. I decided to go look and see if anyone else had talked about Radish at all. And then I checked this one post in the Game Theorist subreddit, and I see this one person talking about Radish, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So this is actually something that people know about, and it's actually appeared somewhere on the internet. And so after I come back from school and I decide to look at all the videos, kind of just skimming through all of them, because I don't want to watch all of them, because that morning I decided to go back to the video that I stopped watching the night before, and I decided to go to the point where I dropped something. It's fine. But okay, I decided that morning to look at the video that I watched the night before to see what the scare was actually like. Actually, no, wait, I didn't do that. I did that when I got home. But in the morning, I decided to go to one of their videos, I'm pretty sure, and I decided to skim through it, like one of their older videos. And then at the very end, there's this like DDLC type jump scare, like nuts, kind of like what Natsuki was, but it's all like distorted, and all the colored parts, the RGB shit is like separated, and this really loud piercing scream, and it was really unsettling and actually really scary. And I'm really glad that I didn't come across any of their other videos, because I probably would have listened to them entirely. The one thing that stopped me from listening to the scare or even encountering the scare was the fact that they chose really bad music for one of their videos. That's the only reason why I got out of like experiencing the whole Radish ASMR stuff firsthand, because I don't think I would have been able to listen to an audio for like a while. Even the thought of a scare happening in such a vulnerable environment, where you're just like laying in bed and you're just kind of vibing to audios, and you're kind of hoping and praying that something like that will happen in real life, and then you realize that it won't actually happen until you like do something about it or something. I don't know. I'm lonely. But yeah, no, just that kind of stuff happening in like a really vulnerable environment. I'm really glad that I didn't actually experience that firsthand. I kind of just went into it after I knew about it, but I know now that their videos are less about jump scares and stuff, and more so about slight glitches in the audios themselves. Because I know during their first like 10-15 videos, there would actually be like changes in the thumbnails and the music, and there would sometimes be scares, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it's really creepy, because it's something that they kind of mask it as a normal a normal audio. You don't really expect a huge scare from it. So then when you go into it and you listen to the whole like audio in its entirety, you're just kind of, you're really spooked when you actually get to the scare, because you don't expect it from that kind of video, because no ASMR artist does that. No generic ASMR artist will do that. Like, I think that's just kind of I don't know a single person or a single audio ASMR artist that does that, where they add a huge scare at some point, unless it's a part of the scenario. Like if it's like, I don't know, movie scare, thunderstorm, some sort of like slam on the desk, closing of the door, or any loud sound, then you'd get spooked. But something like a genuine jump scare, it's not something you'd ever expect. That's what makes Fradish ASMR's stuff like really scary for people who don't know what's going on. And I mean, now they've kind of brought the scare factor down a bit, and just kind of went with subtle bits of like lore and spooks, so that people who don't know what's going on are able to just listen to the audio. They hear a few weird stuff, and then they just kind of enjoy it for what it is, or at least the way they see it, which is good. I think that's great that they did that. Granted, I'm not going to listen to any of the audios because I'm too scared to approach them anymore, but I do know that they have amazing audios, because a lot of people say it. And I know that a lot of them have like a bunch of plot twists as well. Like I know the very first video they had, it didn't have a scare in it. It had a huge plot twist though. It was like this confession audio, and then it's like a rejection audio or something like that. But then you like midway through, it kind of revealed that the listener's dead, and the speaker's at their grave, which is really dark. But there's no big scare. It's just a really interesting plot twist. And that's probably the only safe audio that they have. I mean, safe in the sense that there's no big scare. It's just kind of a plot twist that happens, but can also be excused for just the script writer wanting there to be a plot twist, not some lore-centric feature, I guess. If that makes any sense. Oh my god, I gotta like. No, you're gonna take it back, it's fine. Oh no, I'm still kind of just looking at everything, because I don't really know what to do. I'm too scared to do anything. I don't want to accidentally pull up my main account, because if someone I know sees it, then they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's Sherb. It's Sherb. Sherb has an audio channel. Like, oh my gosh. And then they come to me and they'd be like, Sherb, why the fuck you got an audio channel? That's so cringe. And then I'm all sad. I don't want that to happen. So yeah, also I think if I ever reveal my main channel, it'll be really obvious for people who actually know who I am to recognize that Sherb is me, because my name is so distinct. I'm not even going to say it, because nobody, and I mean nobody in the world, would ever choose the name that I chose, because my name is so weirdly, at least on my main account, Sherb, it's just my name. But just on my actual account that I use daily, just, oh man, nobody would use that name. Nobody would. I mean, I know that before I named my channel Sherb, I decided to name a typeface. And I decided that's kind of on the nose and doesn't really make sense, but it was mostly a placeholder for whatever the heck I wanted to choose later, because I'll be honest, it's hard choosing names. Like, it's really hard. Some of the most popular ASMR channels are Boyfriend ASMR and Your Girlfriend ASMR. One of my favorite ASMR artists is Wholesome Girlfriend ASMR. No offense to them, they make amazing audios. I don't listen to Boyfriend ASMR, but I know about them. I definitely know about them. They have 200,000 subs, but just they have such straightforward names, and I was like, oh my gosh, how did you get that? How do you have that name, and how do you make it work? I guess it's just the whole like branding their channel, because it's such a generic, straightforward name. And then all their thumbnails and stuff and everything is kind of very like indiscreet. I don't know if that's the right word, but just their thumbnails are very repetitive and samey, but in a way that makes it like accessible for everyone. Because let's be real, not everyone is into the whole anime thing, and let's be real, a lot of people that listen to these audios just kind of gun for anime, like, because anime's so popular. I know, I like anime. I don't watch that many animes, but just yeah, they do a lot better because they have very like their whole branding isn't biased towards a certain demographic. It can really be watched by anyone. Anyone can really like look at the video, the thumbnail, and be like, you know what, I'll watch that, because you know it's so generic and straightforward that it's kind of like, this is something that I'd watch. But if you see like an anime character on it, then they're like, oh, what's this? Cringe. I don't even say cringe. Like on a daily basis, I don't say cringe. But you know what? For this live stream, I'll say cringe. I told myself I'd never use emojis. Here I am using emojis. So that's still not gonna make me use emojis regularly. I don't plan on doing that. Just, I don't know. Emojis are weird, because if you think about it, actually no, I'm not thinking about that. I'm taking that train of thought back. But emojis are still weird. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the weird connotation they have with, like, I guess, shit posting and like Gen Z teenagers who love spamming emojis. And I don't know. Emojis are just this kind of weird feature that the internet kind of has that I just try to stay away from, because I don't know, it's so odd to me, but I kind of understand it, but it's still really odd. I was gonna record an audio tonight, actually. It was gonna be that one, cause somebody requested a grief comfort audio, or like some sort of crying comfort, and I did find a script. And I was planning on recording it tonight and then editing it tomorrow morning, since I do have time before I do responsibilities to actually record it. But I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna stream. I had streaming locked for me for like a while. I think like, wait, okay, actually let me check my Discord account. I don't want there to actually Imagine I just check my Discord account and then it shows that I'm streaming and then it shows that like people can actually access my stream and then I just cry because then they look at it and they realize, oh my god, who's this? They make audios. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen. Also, where the heck did my profile go? Oh, I have streamer mode enabled. Okay, that's fair. Anyway. Oh. What else? I did. Okay. Yesterday, I was kind of doing my thing. Yesterday, I was. Actually, before I explain that, I'm really obsessed with the Stanley Parable. Like, really, really, really obsessed with the Stanley Parable. It's such a great game. I love the Stanley Parable. I've never played it, but I've seen so many people play it that I basically know what happens in the game. Like, at every moment. I know what the narrator is going to say. I know what happens through each route. I know almost every secret of the game. I didn't know the ending, or I didn't know the epilogue to the game until like a few days ago, though. Like the epilogue, I never really knew. I never knew about it. I thought, because what is it? When you play the Ultra Deluxe and you go through the whole like, oh, it's freaking sequels suck because all they it's just like cash grabs. And then the narrator's like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own Stanley Parable sequel, and then they do it. And there's all these features like the infinite hole, and the reassurance bucket, and the achievement machine thing, and collectibles. But then there's just this one room, and all it says is epilogue. And the narrator says how like they want an epilogue to the game, and how like they don't really know how to implement an epilogue, but they know they want one in there. But I never really knew about it because people just skipped over the epilogue part. Like, not the actual epilogue part in the game, but just like when it's brought up in the whole like Stanley Parable 2 convention thing, whatever. Like, it's kind of glossed over for a lot of people. They don't really look at it. So then when I decided to watch someone, because someone played it blind, I'm gonna say the name, what is it, Yuka. I watched Yuka play it, I think on Friday last week, and they got to the point where they got all the collectibles, and they were going through the whole like, oh my god, look at all the memories. And oh my god, I kind of miss when the Stanley Parable was what it was, but I should probably move on. But I'm gonna like play with Stanley one more time. And at that point, I knew what happened there. Like before then, I knew what happened, and it's surprisingly emotional and like really heartwarming because it's like, I don't know. The narrator's so wholesome, man. The narrator's so wholesome. But I never knew that if you actually decided to click on, what is it? If you click on the monitor, it actually sends Stanley to heaven, which is basically just, what is it? It's just like a white void with a bunch of buttons circling around you, which I guess is just the whole, like, Stanley pushes a button when it's on screen, and that's kind of his job. And it's like the narrator's returning him to that, which is like really cool. I like that. But I never knew that if you decide to go back to the title screen, there's an epilogue feature. And if you go to the epilogue, it actually brings you to the end of the world. Like with the whole skip button thing, where you're sent out to the world, it's all desert and shit. And don't know. I never knew about it because you go through the desert and you see the bucket and it's escape pod from the escape pod ending where you ring the bucket. Even though it's supposed to be you going through the escape pod, it's the bucket doing that. And then you're during the epilogue, you're at the end of the world. And actually, should I keep talking about this? I doubt people are actually going to watch the VOD for this, but just like, I'm going to stop myself there. I think I've already given a lot. I don't know. But, man, I've been going for 50 minutes on my own. Not a single person has said anything in chat, which expected. That's fine. Unless toggle moderation activity. Here. If you know, I don't know. Once again, I didn't really have much planned during this. I'm kind of surprised that people even decide to check the stream out. Because all you're seeing is a horizontally spinning ride and I'm speaking and there's music going on in the background. Here. If you know, I don't. I was actually planning on doing a VTuber thing with a few friends, but then I kind of fell out with some of them, or one of them I fell out with, and now I can't really do it with them anymore, or at least together. But I've just been recently playing like Bed Wars with a friend. And there are just a bunch of these really fun moments of just shit that happened. And man, sometimes I kind of wish I was streaming those moments, but I don't think my computer can handle Minecraft because every time I turn it on, one of the screens just glitches out and I have to restart the computer entirely. Not even shut down. Shutdown doesn't work. I have to restart the computer. Just so the flashing stops. And this has been going on for like 7 months? 7-8 months, which is not good. I should probably get this checked. But also, I'm lazy. I don't really have much of an excuse for that. But yeah. Fuck, you know, I'll say one thing. And if one of my friends finds this channel and sees this live stream and watches it to this entirety, you will understand what I mean when I say Adriana Rodriguez. If you search them up, you're just going to get a real estate agent. There's no context to that for anyone else. Only 2 people know what I mean by Adriana Rodriguez, and maybe a few more if it gets out to them. But really only a handful of people that I know about the joke Adriana Rodriguez. And if you know it, DM me on Discord. You guys aren't gonna know it. My friends are going to though. I wanted to ramble on a lot tonight. I wanted to talk about Miaba. Miaba is like, I think I mentioned Miaba earlier, but then I got lost. I kind of got lost and started talking about Stanley Parable. But basically, I just heard about this person named Miaba, and I'm not gonna get too far into it. You can look into it if you want, but it's really it's kind of uncomfortable and unsettling to kind of even read the wiki. And looking at the videos firsthand, it feels really surreal. The whole stuff feels really surreal. And, well, I don't know. I kind of just read through the entire wiki, saw the shit they did, and apparently they're like a minor. Maybe they're maybe they're considered an adult now, but like, man, that was really weird and unsettling to watch. Oh man, I don't recommend you look at it, but it's something that I really wanted to talk about. But like, I'm kind of losing my voice at the moment. Kind of. I haven't even set my bitrate down to 100 to 1,000 yet, and the stream keeps telling me to. It says stream status is excellent though. Here, if I go to settings and then I go to stream or output or video, no, or except no, hotkey, no, then I don't know how any of this works. I don't know what I'm doing. I said I wanted to make a Twitter account. I did say that. I said I wanted to make a Twitter account, but at the same time, community tab exists, and honestly, I don't want to I don't really want to go on Twitter and do all the shit there, because I don't know, Twitter kind of became sorry, I'm really tired. Twitter is kind of this huge shit show of Twitter freaks and drama and all that, and I don't want to be a part of that, even though I know I'm not going to get the recognition to, get into any drama. I just kind of watch from the sideline, comment, laugh, get really irritated when people are stupid, and people are really stupid on Twitter. So I just kind of stick to the community tab, since a lot easier for me to just directly talk to the people that actively watch my content, and to also reach people that look at audios, because I'll be honest, I don't think you're looking at Twitter to find audios. If you really want to know how my daily life is going, just follow my community tab, because that's probably going to be the one and only place where you actually see shit from me. That's probably going to be the only place you're going to see shit from me, other than my videos. You're going to see my stuff on community tabs. I don't think I'm going to make a Twitter. If I get big enough, maybe I'll make a Twitter, but that's assuming I get like more banger videos. But let's be real, that's not gonna happen. Even now, I'm pretty sure the videos have kind of lowered in viewership. They went from like 100 to 200 views to around 50 to 100. And I was genuinely thinking that my stuff got shadow banned, which I do know that like ASMR artists usually get demonetized, or like big ASMR artists get demonetized because their videos are sexual or considered sexual by the random bots that decide to like try and sorry, I'm kind of I'm having a hard time multitasking. But just, I know that a lot of ASMR artists get demonetized because their content is considered sexual by whatever Autobot is trying to moderate all these channels. Because let's be real, it's not being monitored by humans, even if they say they are. Because if they were, they wouldn't give the same response every time. That's just kind of common sense. There's some music. But yeah, I genuinely thought this morning I was shadow banned because I had 2 videos that were performing really bad for what I had, and then I kind of came to the conclusion that, you know what, it's probably because I have 2 very niche scenarios. Like, I have a kudere boyfriend, which, like, I don't know the general preference for kuderes, but I don't know. Are people really into couturiers? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of popular male characters are couturiers, but they're also really dominant. And me, I think what I played was kind of just couturier. So, and then I had ASMR Advocate, and I did make a poll on it, and I did ask you guys for it, like if I should do ASMR Advocate or something else, which I don't exactly remember what it was, but you guys chose ASMR Advocate by a landslide, and I didn't expect that, because I genuinely thought that would be like a sort of like minority of people would choose ASMR Advocate, because it's such a niche. It's so niche. But then I did it anyway, and of course, since it's so niche, it doesn't really get that much recognition, so it doesn't get as much views. But I decided this morning, you know what, I'm just going to make a morning audio. It kind of makes sense. I posted like 9-10 a.m. and I'm gonna wait a few days to see what happens, because I don't know if it's going to flop like the other videos, because if it does flop, then I'm just going to consider that I'm shadow banned, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do about it. I mean, I'm still gonna try and make shit, I guess. But me, someone with nearly 600 subs, getting shadow banned, that's kind of bullshit. What did I do to get shadow banned? I think the last video that I posted before the drop in views was like found family, which older speaker, nickel listener, it did really well for all the videos that I had posted recently. It's currently sitting at 538 views, which is really good. But I did take like a good amount of time off, because half of it was just me looking at the views going up and seeing like, ooh, cool number. It kind of looks like it levels after a few days, and then it goes back and it goes up, and then like I don't know, there's this weird bump of people actually just watching the video, and then it's like I don't know. I'm having a really hard time explaining this. This is probably example of whatever speech impediment I have, because I have a speech impediment, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. This entire thing kind of just screams like, I don't know, some sort of, I want to say, no, I'm not going to self-diagnose myself on a stream. ADHD. No, I'm not. I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD. I haven't been diagnosed with any mental disorders or like anything like that. I don't know if mental disorders is the right term, but just like I've been tested, I think, but I haven't been I wasn't confirmed to have any of them. So I was kind of just that one gifted kid that did everything really well. I think I had a lisp when I was younger, but like I know I don't have a lisp now. Maybe it comes out from me just casually speaking, or not casually speaking, but just trying to speak really fast. I think that's just a product of me being like really nervous, even though I don't feel that nervous right now. There is a bug on my wall and I want to slap it. Like it's kind of just hanging there, but I don't want to make I don't want to make too much noise. But okay, anyway, you know what? I'm gonna end the stream here. It's been an hour and I've basically been talking to myself for an hour straight. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. A few years ago, I was just the one how's the fly doing? It just flew away. Okay. But yeah, okay. I guess for me, I never even expected myself to have an hour of stuff to talk about by myself. Maybe I should do a ramble audio. Maybe I should just improv ramble. Like, hey babe, I have stuff I want to talk about. You had a bad day? Well, let me talk about my life so that you can get distracted or something or whatever. I don't know. Whatever I'm going to think about. Also, if I hit 600 subs, I am going to I'm going to publish the improv bedtime audio. And actually, I'm going to try doing the improv bedtime story audio and the lullaby relaxing songs stuff for 600 subs, which are both going to be mainly improv. I'm going to have like notes of what I should do during certain scenarios or certain parts of the audio, but like other than that, it's just going to be mainly improv. I'm not really planning. I don't know. I have a bunch of other scripts in my backlog that I should record, edit, and post. Since, well, I've kind of been half focused on school, half depressed. But yeah, it's been an hour since I started streaming. Once again, me a few years ago, I was such a shy kid. I would not have been able to speak for this long on a stream. Mostly because my life was kind of just games, and now it's still games, but I have people that are actually friends and not just people that I play with, I guess. But yeah, I don't know how you end a stream, but I had people join the stream, and even though they didn't say anything, you know what? I'd say that's a win in my book. And I got the stream to work too, which is also great. Also, just horizontally spinning rat. And I don't know if you look through the VOD, you look at my search stuff, you look at all the stuff that I search on this account, which, once again, I don't use this account very often, outside of just releasing audios. But just stuff that you see on... Let me actually see. Horizontally. You get H Animations, Star Rail, Hinokami Kagura. And then, I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, and I'm not gonna try it other than Hinokami Kagura. But yeah, I'm gonna get sidetracked from stopping my stream. But yeah, I don't really know how to end this. Okay, but I'm probably gonna grab like a midnight snack, sit in bed, watch videos until I fall asleep. Maybe listen to an audio if I'm feeling spicy. Or maybe if I'm just feeling really sad or wholesome or whatever I'm feeling. I'm just gonna do what I said. But I just knocked my mic. But yeah, I hope the few people that did come here enjoy. And if you for some reason decide to put this on in the background, I hope you like hearing me ramble about things and then getting sidetracked and rambling about something else and then getting sidetracked again for like an hour straight. But yeah, I hope this was enjoyable, and I'm glad the stream actually worked out. But it's time to say goodnight. Okay, I guess I should click the end stream button now, shouldn't I? Bye bye. Oh, I have to click end. Bye bye.